And it says we are live. I'm here. You're beautiful. It's Thursday night. That must mean it's time for GotBot Goes live. I actually don't have my bell, but I'm going to say it anyway. I thank you guys for being here. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe. And while you are at it, light them up, baby. Ding! Hit the notification bell. It helps me out a ton and let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that is in the description down below. Also in the description, to be in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. We have that offer to you through Spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a member. While you are at it, hit the subscribe button, stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel, and don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single day, you right there, you do make a difference. But we'll get to all that a bit later. Yes, I know I'm kind of thrown off a little bit. Let me just check in with you guys, and then we'll kind of get going. We have a lot to cover because last week we didn't actually cover everything. C'est la vie. Sometimes that happens in life, but I'll talk about that in just a moment. Hold on here. Let's see what we got. Hey, Dragonfly, glad you're here, buddy. Hey, Joel, Franzese. Is this the Unicron Trilogy Appreciation Podcast? Yeah, for sure it is. Hey, Lance, Big M, Dragonfly. Okay, so first things first, I want to thank everybody that reached out last week, wondering if everything was, was okay and whatnot. Last week was a week, such as life, and sometimes when you go live, you take risks, right? That's the whole point of going live. Anything can happen live. If you've ever watched wrestling, anything can happen live, right? Anyway, such as life, it is what it is, but you know what? I'm okay. Starscream wife is okay. Will be okay. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for showing concern. We do very much appreciate it. You can see I'm back in my usual haunt this week, trying to do the show last week from an alternate location. I probably shouldn't have, but you know what? And I don't know if everybody here realizes this or not. I've never, ever, since I started doing the show, I have never, ever missed a week. Sometimes I've had to do it from different locations. Sometimes I've had to do it different places and stuff. Sometimes we've had to shift days. But I've never, ever flaked out and missed a week since I started doing the show. And I didn't want last week to be that either. So it is what it is. You may have noticed that I have been kind of re-uploading, or you may have been like, hey, didn't you already upload this? Yes, there's a block of videos that I kind of got to get back up on the channel and fix their links out around like social media and stuff as best I can. Please, by all means, if you happen to watch, if you happen to enjoy any of the reviews that have already gone up kind of over the last 2 months, really, please share them around, like them, give them the traction that they sort of lost. There's still about 9 countdowns that still need to go up that are older countdowns. I've also been putting up new stuff in conjunction with that. For example, yesterday, amid kind of the re-uploads, a number of people noticed, and I hope a lot more people noticed, and if you haven't yet, I certainly encourage you after this to notice my review of Chromia. I did show her as a pickup last week. I think she's brilliant. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that she's an excellent rendition of Cyberverse Chromia. I think Cyberverse Chromia is best represented with the Generations version, but this is infinitely better than the Siege. And while I think this is certainly stylized and definitely has, some animated beats with a brilliant, she is splendid. When I see her next to the sculpting, I think the head sculpt here is better. I think the paint layout is better. I think the articulation, the solidity on her feet is better. I think the transformation here is very interesting. There is a wonky part with one of the feet and the way it kind of fits up under the front here. But you know what? I covered it all in the review. But she is grand, and she is now on my shelf. Now, that being said, we're going to talk tonight, and we're going to revisit some stuff that I very much just kind of glossed over. We're going to talk a little bit about Missing Link. We're going to talk a little bit about Star Raiders. We're going to talk a little bit about Vector Prime. Just a couple of notes, really. We're going to talk a little bit about the Agora Models Optimus. And some details with that. We'll talk a little bit about Dr. Wu, Magic Square, Hot Wheels, a couple of things from EarthSpark, YoloPark. What else do we have here? TFCon, and of course, probably the big news is the whatever T-Spark project is from Takara Tomy. So we're going to talk about kind of some notes from last week that I glossed over or missed, and we're going to talk about this week's stuff. We're going to do trivia. As a matter of fact, when I do trivia, I'll actually have a couple of quick follow-up trivia questions. So that should be interesting. And then we're going to get to the unboxing. I am really, really stoked about this one, actually. I'm very, very excited about this one. So let's just check in with you guys, and then we will kind of get going here for sure. Hey, Manitoba. Let's go up here a bit, though, because I know I definitely missed some stuff. Hey, Blue Star. Hey, Line. What? Happy day with the acquisition of Titans Return Fort Max. Needs a little fixing, but it was worth the steal. You know what? He's great. He gets that bad rap because people are like, his base mode is just him lying down. Get creative, man. It's easy. He has so many opening like leg panels stuff. It's easy to do an approximation of the G1. I never do them, the like stock transformation, because you're right. That's boring. But man, you can move a lot of parts around on him. Or if you have a Metroplex or any other Titan, you can really incorporate him into those other bases too. He's great. So congratulations, Manitoba. Yeah, thanks, Lance. I appreciate it, buddy. Hey, no. Yeah, we're doing better. No, I appreciate it, buddy. Is it me or are the others here having quality vid problems? Very pixelated and jumpy. I don't know. I'm looking at mine and it seems fine on my end. If people are having problems, I'm sorry, but I won't lie. I do have a lot of tabs open, and there's probably a couple of videos that are also uploading. I don't know if that's affecting it. There is a lot going on, and I got a lot of tabs open because we have a lot of things to show. Maybe it'll get better as we go. I hope it gets better as we go. I watched the Chromia review and commented before the end when you said what I commented. I'm fool. That's why you always got to watch to the end, right? That's why you always got to watch till the end. Hey, Toys Down Under. I appreciate you being here. I mean, you're like literally other side of the world. If you're down under, I don't know what time it is there now, but it got to be late. It got to be an ungodly hour at this point. Or is it early morning there? I'd love to know. I love knowing where you guys are in the world and, how our time zones and stuff are different and just, how everybody interacts. It's always amazing to me. Is it me or did the camera quality just got worse? I don't know. I mean, nothing's changing on my end, guys, so I can't speak to it. Hey, Masterfire. Yeah, I hear you about the Terrans. We're going to talk about that too. I actually just finished toy haxing your Chromia. Ugh, good luck with that. I hope I guess I hope that you're happy with the result. I'm still rather partial to T30 Chromia. Honestly, I think if I had the T30, I wouldn't have gotten this one, and I wouldn't have gotten the Siege. But the T30 neither did RC. RC and the T30 Chromia never first nor last ever came here. I never saw them once. I ended up way back 10 years ago ordering the RC from, of all places, TF Source at the time. And because I needed RC. And I was pretty green to like the online buying stuff and whatnot. I didn't know many sites and whatnot. But that's where I got my RC from 10 years ago because it never, ever came here. Hey, D-Dog. Your 3D printer is going to be busy. I don't know anything about 3D printing. It's still like magic to me. Camera quality, I think something is not working well. I don't know. How is the weather in Newfoundland? I'm streaming your feed at 1080p, but the quality is whack. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's fine on my end. I don't know. The picture's very pixelated. Really? I don't know why that would be. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to do something really, I don't know if this is going to cut me off. What would happen if I unplugged the camera and plugged it back in? Would that cut us off? Do we dare? Do we? No, I don't think we can. I don't know. Might be, let's see, but I don't mind if it's like the 90s. Yeah, it's pretty blurry on your end. I don't know why that would be, guys. It must be a YouTube thing. I just saw you in Dr. Lockdown's, yeah, War for Cybertron thing. Yeah. It's not the camera. This is slow upload. We'll get used to it for 1 week up. Yeah, I don't know. It must be where some of the other stuff is open, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm not uploading a bunch of stuff while I'm trying to live stream. I'm waiting for the last one to finish uploading, and that's at 98%. But I thought that was going to be done by the time we went on. I don't know. Let me know if it gets better after it does that. And I apologize, guys, if that's it. And I do have a lot of tabs open. So you know what? How about we get to closing some of those tabs and open up some bandwidth, see if we can help some things here, hey? So we're going to start with this. The Funko Pop 40th anniversary. Number of images now with Optimus and Megatron. There's also Astro Train here in very G1 colors and what looks like Blast, very G1 toy colors. They're also doing, I'm going to say, a bit of a chibi version of Laserbeak. Like the head looks a bit big on it. I'm not into the Funko Pop stuff, but if you are, cool, man, I'm happy for you. I guess this is all meant to be in celebration of 40th. We know that there's a number of products that are, you know, being included and distributed and whatnot here. If you're into Funkos, keep your eye out for the 40th anniversary ones. They're not for me, but they might be for you. And we'll close that. And let's see. Let's do this next. And we all know that we are getting a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles version of, well, it's the collaboratives, right? And it turns into, I can't remember what they're calling it, but it's not the Party Wagon. They're not calling it the Party Wagon, even though it's obviously the Party Wagon. I can't remember what it is that they're calling it now. He's about Voyager size, and like I'm not angry about it at all. It's definitely cool. Starscream wife really kind of digs it. Bit more of a backpack than I thought there would be. Again, it's not egregious, but just a little bit more. The packaging is the packaging. Comes with, I like this. Comes with all 4 masks and all of the like proper accessories, weaponry, and stuff that the turtles should have. I do feel like for a proper display, you really need 4 of these. Here in Canada, though, I think it's like $70. So like you would have to really be into Ninja Turtles for that price point. But they do look great. Like you see 4 of them next to each other here. I think that looks really splendid, honestly. I wish I could remember what it is that they call the vehicle. And you see like some pizza in there, and there's the instructions and stuff. And I don't know who this reviewer is or anything like that, but hey, you're kind of getting some pictures of his. I think that that's supposed to work like a chest guard shield, which is really weird because it looks like it just sort of pegs onto his chest. I guess. I really don't want to. Yeah, this was what I wanted to see. Like that's obviously the Party Wagon, right? Missing some paint apps, I reckon, but I think it's a really nice approximation. Looking at it, I think it's a great approximation of the Party Wagon. We'll call it G1 Party Wagon, you know? Why not? So yeah, I think that that's also very cool. Let's check in with you guys a little bit. Party Wallop. Thank you, Caldeo. Thank you, buddy. Let's see. Yeah. A lot of you are saying that as a matter of fact. The stream's sharper now. Yeah, it just cleared up. As I close stuff, it probably will. And honestly, I would say, you know what's funny? I'm just going to see now where you guys said it cleared up there. Let's just see. And the other one that was uploading is uploaded 100%. So there you go. I'm going to say that that's exactly what it was. I was hoping that was going to be done before we went on here, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll survive. Yeah, I mean, the Astro Train, I wish he had the animation accurate colors, but if you like it, then hey, cool, go for it. There's an argument for that G1 toy accuracy. Anyone heard the Paramount Sony merger? I'm not sure good or bad. I haven't, but I'm not really shocked because both of those studios have, you know, they've had a couple of semi hits and a lot of misses post pandemic era, right? I'd say the film industry just hasn't returned to what it was, right? Let's see. I'm trying to sell my Funko Pops. So hard to sell here, trying new Facebook groups. Good luck with it, man. Yeah, the upload must have finished. I'd say you guys are right. That handsome lad. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You are too kind. But thanks, guys, to Party Wallop. I don't know why they're calling it Wallop, though. We always called it the Party Wagon growing up. Am I wrong about that? Hey, Marcus, if I didn't say it earlier, buddy. I couldn't justify too much. I hear you. Oh, it says Party Wallop on the front of the box. Ah, that's it. I just didn't notice. And if I skip some stuff, guys, I apologize because we're kind of doing 2 weeks worth of stuff here. So I'm trying to be very timely. I'd be not surprised if if he who shall not be named. Oh, no, I don't think it's him. I think it's like an Asian reviewer or something, if I'm not mistaken. The original Party Wagon, I guess, Party Wallop is the Autobot name. Oh, okay. Maybe Party Wallop is the Autobot name. That could be. Yeah, that could be for sure. I think they're calling Party Wallop the robot. Yes, okay. Yeah, you know what? Everything you guys say is making perfect sense. Absolutely makes perfect sense. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's do this next. And as you can see, we have some EarthSparks. This is, hold on, I want to find the name again, though I'm sure some of you already know it, and I have it written down. And for some reason, I keep forgetting, and I don't know why I keep forgetting it. Spitfire. This is Insecticons Spitfire. It is a redeco in a tealy color, obviously, of the warrior class. Version of Twitch. Now I have the deluxe Twitch. Skip the warrior class, but you know what? This would be a perfect excuse to have that mold because I actually heard the warrior class one is pretty darn good. I don't know if it is, but I've heard that it is. You know what? Warrior class. I don't have a problem with this. Yeah, it's a drone mode, but I mean, Twitch is a weird drone. So, like, yeah, cool on this. I think I'm going to be in this one. I got today. And while we're at it, while we are at it, and here, let's see if I can find this. And bear with me a little bit here, guys, until I find what I'm looking for. Very strange. So this one is why can't I find what I'm looking for here? That's very weird. That's very strange. Hold on, guys. So somewhere along here, I have a let's share this one. This isn't what I was going to do, but I'll do it now anyway. Sorry about that. Somewhere along here, I do have another one. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. It's another EarthSpark thing, but we'll get to it. We'll go back. We'll revisit EarthSpark after Spitfire. So this is Dr. Wu. This was actually last week. They are doing a Cyclonus, an IDW colored Cyclonus, and a Shattered Glass Cyclonus. They're also doing Bumblebee, Bug Bite, and Gold Bug. So let's quickly take a look at kind of both of these now. The Cyclonus here. I mean, Very Cyclonus-y color. It's a great little mold. These are like Micromaster size. That it looks really, really love the look of this. I mean, very clean plane mode for sure. Bumblebee, which we'll see in a second. Here's the Shattered Glass version in red and orange, which I think looks honestly really good as well. Oh, I'm impressed with this. And get to coloration, which to me is weird. Some would say this is way accurate. Some, of course, say, as does Dr. that this is W accurate. I don't know about an IDW guy, as we know, but I will say that the horns on the head look a little IDW-esque. Cool, again, looking plane mode. If this is what you're to for your Cyclonus, I mean, neat. Just know that if you're going the Dr. Wu route, that you're going to be going the Micromaster route. And if you're cool with that, well, then cool. That also, Bumblebee, you would actually have to add an logo to his foot, to his chest, your choice, both. I don't know. Again, very small because they're like not micro machine, like Micromaster size, right? Like right there. You see how tiny it is. It's amazing the engineering that's fit into this tiny frame, and the plastic is nice, robust, solid plastic. Honestly, I think it's a very Bumblebee. Looks good with this. Here's Goldbug. I think Goldbug looks beautiful. I like the black windows. I think it's gorgeous. And finally, going quickly through, we have Bite. I think it's a great look of Bite. Yeah, he looks, he looks evil and messed. I like the detail on the chest, even though it's not like a mercenary logo or anything like that. You can see here, not with arms are quite articulated, but look at his leg. Good job. Pretty good job. Nice, Dr. Wu. Nice on you. Let's check with you guys again very quickly. Let's see here. Thoughts on SSROF Devastator? The Studio Series Devastator. My advice would be go back and look at the KO when I've done the review of that. Everything's in there. It's big. It's hefty. It's not the Devastator for me, and it's not very well articulated, but it looks great. Still hunting for TFA Legacy B. Good luck. I hope you find it. By the way, welcome Hot Wheels Brothers, if I didn't say it to you. This is out in left field. Makes me curious what the next season of EarthSpark will be like. I agree with you. Let's go up here just a little bit. Hey, Tony. And if I'm skipping stuff again, guys, I apologize. Like I said, I'm just trying to stay timely here. Colors remind me of Shard. I don't know. I think Shard's a little greener, but I can see where you're coming from with it for sure. I finally caved and got Cybertron Legacy Metroplex last week. You know what? Somebody said today, like, that's a pile of junk. And I'm like, no, man, it's not. Look, it's not my Metroplex. I'm a G1 guy, but I respect it because its articulation is astonishing. It is the best articulated Titan. Granted, on the sample that I looked at from Maximal 10, the ratchets were nuts tight. But there's more articulation there than any. That's a fact. I can't argue it, even though it's not my Metroplex. The transformation, very smooth, very easy, very solid. The Deco lookout, yeah, it's not G1 Metroplex, but if you know Unicron Trilogy, it's very close to that Metroplex. It's great. The thing is, as I always say, if you want something other than G1, you have to support it, because the same person said, yeah, well, you know what? There are still on Amazon or something for dirt cheap, but the Rodimus Prime isn't. And I'm like, Rodimus is G1. The Kingdom Rodimus, let's call it what it is. It's the kind of best update to a Rodimus Prime that we've gotten probably ever in the main line. When it comes to the Metroplex, it's Unicron Trilogy, so it's not G1. He was going to have an uphill climb because of that. And a lot of people said that they still love the original Cybertron Metroplex. They didn't see a need to upgrade to Titan. So, like, it was different factors going into it. But if you're in for it, he's excellent. Don't regret it. And don't let anybody tell you, that's not a good Metroplex. It's a great Metroplex if you're cool with it being Cybertron Metroplex. He's splendid. I would suggest if you get the scratch and if you can find it, get the upgrade kit. Add yourself a drill bit and the add-on parts. I review those in the Legacy Titan class Cybertron Metroplex review as well. Let's see. 10 Seekers of Shredder is good. That'd be cool. Anyone guess what GotBot got? I'm thinking Legacy Windblade. Man, you got to stop at the Legacy Windblade. I'm not even planning on getting her. I have zero interest. I have the Titans Return. Zero interest. If it's a character, definitely not the Bee or the Optimus. If it's a character I have, I can guarantee you, Blue, I'm not getting it again. Unless I've specifically said I hate this mold that much, I'm going to get it again. If it's a character I already have, I have zero interest in getting any more Bumblebees, zero interest in getting any more Optimus Primes. I'm just not interested in it. It would have to be something super special. It's none of those. Nice guesses, but it's none of those. Actually, the thing tonight isn't even Legacy United. I'm happy for you, Tony. I'm trying to hold out. Let's go down here. Hey, Albert. I wish it was Magmatron. I'm not going to lie to you. It is not Magmatron. It is not Legacy United. Even though there is a Legacy United box here, and I'll talk about why I got that in a moment. As we go down here a bit, I'm actually quite interested in those. They are supposedly cheaper than Optimus, who I unfortunately missed out on. That's fair. Cyclone is having a bad toy challenge official. What? Difficulty level impossible? Okay. Yeah, I don't think he can have a bad one either. It's just such a good design. Considering we're getting 86 Galvatron, wonder if they'll do the Cyclonus too. I mean, all they're doing for the 86 Galvatron is taking the Kingdom Legacy one, and they're going to make sure that his colors are tweaked to BG1, which I already did myself. But it's where it is. It's only that mold. Like, it's not like it's a new mold. It's like they did with Blaster. You know, it's like they did with the Selects 5-pack. Like, it's that same sort of treatment, right? Could they do Cyclonus again? Maybe, but honestly, the Kingdom one is a 10 for animation accuracy. It's other than the yellowing issue. Cyclone should have been the leader. I agree. And sticking with the Generations Cyclonus, the Universe one is a great way to go too, honestly. I thought about buying Metroplex for my son for that money, but he wants a base. And does this Metroplex have a fun fan base? I mean, I haven't seen it, but he moves so much that I would, if I didn't have, you know what I said in the review? If I didn't have the Generations Metroplex already, I would get this one, and he has so many joins that absolutely you can come up with a base mode. I would be shocked if you couldn't, because it's just joints everywhere. It's so much that can be manipulated. So much. You can use the thumbnail, what the Legacy United box is for. What? You can see in the thumbnail what the Legacy United box is for. Probably, but I wasn't even trying to keep it a secret. We are due for more dead Autobots, right? We're supposed to get Ratchet and Brawn, you know, that ship. As for Decepticons, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do them. I don't want any of them, so I don't know. I have G1 Metroplex. That's fair. I was thinking for your son. It's a great Metroplex. That's all I can tell you. Okay, let's get back going here. How are we doing? We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Let's go here next. And yeah, you can. So there's a bunch of stuff here I'm going to cover. You probably notice from right up top here that this stuff is from, I hope I'm saying this right, Shizuoka Hobby Show 2024. This was really project, or was it like T-Spark. There you go. T-Spark project. So let's kind of start things off. The very first thing is this Bumblebee. It is an NPM Bumblebee, and this Bumblebee has a new deco. And I mean, there's not much to say about the new deco other than it's a high-end deco. And that's it. I mean, I think it looks brighter, you know. Probably the lines are a bit sharper on it, you know, if that's what you're into, if you want an MPMB. I think the MPMB is an abysmal mold, so I don't like it. This race car was shown, and this is a crossover with, I think it's Bingo Motorsports or Bongo Motorsports. Bingo Sports. And this is like an actual race car that's like going to race. It's done like movie Optimus Prime. Looks really cool, right? Well, wouldn't you know that to go along with that, we do have an Optimus Prime. This is a heavy remold of the Studio Series Crosshairs with an Optimus head and obviously an Optimus deco, but it is the Crosshairs mold. Now it turns into a Corvette C7 GT3-R. It's all licensed. It's all good. Looks really great. Man, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful car. Beautiful, beautiful paint job on it, or wrap, probably, I would assume. I think the Optimus is neat. I think it looks like a good Optimus if you're into that movie Optimus design that's really like Age of Extinction, Last Night. If you like that look for Optimus and you're okay with him being a car, not a bad way to go, which is kind of funny that we have this here because, of course, Monday's countdown that went up again. If you didn't see that one already, check it out. It was the top 10 alt modes that Optimus could have if he's not a transport truck. And it didn't matter if it's a mode he's already had or one he's never had. It was just something other than transport truck. It was very, very interesting voting for that one and a very clear winner. And again, car mode here looks great. If you like the crosshairs, I don't see why you wouldn't like this. Then we get to something really weird. So this is Hot Rod, IDW Hot Rod. In fact, they call it high-end Adamas machine AMT-01 Rodimus. And it seems to be based on the Flame Toys Kurokara Curry design, but this one actually transforms. Now, this is early, but this looks very much like the IDW version to me. What the Cloud Rodimus was going for, what the Flame Toys was going for. I would even say that this is the version that Mastermind Creations went for. I think it's going to be an absolute hit. This is accessories, comes with his saw, comes with a couple of blasters, and this is a grayscale of the vehicle. Now, funny enough, before I realized this was Rodimus, I looked at this vehicle and I thought, are they doing a Cybertron Galvatron? Because that looks a lot like Cybertron Galvatron's car mode to me. But it's not. It's Rodimus, and it looks really cool. Honestly, it looks really cool. Super, super detailed. Then we see the MP60. I mean, he looks pretty good. And we see the Missing Link Bumblebee. And like this is, I guess this is neat if you want a Bumblebee. The head moves now. He has elbows and shoulders. The arms are completely different. I like that the tires are on the wrist and under the bottom of the hand. I think that's so good. And now he's actually able to hold his blaster. There's also an option for the arms to butterfly back on the back. That's great. Rather than like a full knee, kind of like we saw with Dr. Wu, it seems like there's more of like an ankle knee, so to speak, because most of the leg is the thigh. But it really sort of tricks a knee, but does it pretty well, honestly. Decently articulated. Same here with the cliff jumper. And as you can see, like the arms can go right out, the head can turn. I think that's as wide as the legs go. But if you are okay with the Missing Link Optimus Prime, why would you not add these two to it? And then we saw the MPG9, I think it is. Super Ginrai. And in Figure King magazine last week, I think it was, they showed it next to the like original G1. And the G1 probably comes up to about the chest of this guy. So this is definitely bigger. Could it fit with like a mainline collection? Possibly. I'd like to see some more comparisons first, but this certainly looks the part. It looks really, really good. Do a God Bomber to go with it, man, because this looks really, really splendid. And then we had this. This is apparently going to be a version of Lio Convoy. And you'll notice, though, if you look at the detail close enough on this, that the line head is different. The robot mode seems to have more molded in detail or line work to it. The presumption is, the speculation is that this will end up being a moderately heavy retool of the Legacy Lio Convoy. Very interested to see how this turns out and if it's more of an amalgam between the mainline design of the Leo Prime and the, say, texture detail and aesthetic design of the masterpiece. I'm very interested to see how this actually turns out. So we will see in time. Let's close that one out. And let's go where next? Actually, I'm going to show this just for a second, just because. Right there, you can see the two missing boys. I'm not going to go in through everything. Look at Cliffjumper's knee, really down by his ankles. It's not so much on knee per se. Bumblebee's here is well down on his leg. But these look great for what they are. Do they look weird? Yes. But considering they're literally the G1s with more articulation, I think that they turned out like gangbusters, personally. Let's go here. Here we go. Yeah, so we talked about Spitfire earlier, and not for nothing, but there's a Tacticon Starscream. Is it Starscream that's the Tacticon? Because I don't really care about the Tacticons. Where is that junk? Yeah, Starscream. If you don't know what Tacticon is, that's your finger puppet. There's a finger puppet Starscream, but hashtag warrior class hashtag. So I have, as was mentioned earlier by somebody in the chat, I, like a lot of people, have Jawbreaker, the Warrior Jawbreaker. I have Thrash. I have the Warrior Thrash, actually. Deluxe Nightshade and Deluxe Twitch. I cannot wait. I said the Tacticon hashtag is abysmal. We need a proper hashtag. Can't wait to get her. I think it's beautiful. I love the purple here. And not for nothing, what a clean alt mode. I like this truck. It looks kind of rounded, but the texture detail and stuff is great. Absolutely cannot wait to get hashtag. Very excited about her, actually. And not for nothing, I thought this was interesting. So these were some unreleased G1 flip changers. And like, I don't know, I didn't look at character names and stuff, but like this looks very GotBots-like to me, right? These are apparently unlines that I think eBay. But I mean, okay, cool. I think I get a lot of Machine Wars vibes here, right? I think that some of these ended up becoming like Machine Wars vibes and stuff. That, I guess, was the sales stuff and whatnot. Leaving all that there. But just a little thing, like when some released stuff goes out, very strong Machine Wars vibes from that. Let's check in with you guys again here just a little bit. Should have been what Hasbro released originally over the realistic Lion. Probably. I like that toy, but didn't stop me wanting the original Beast Wars. Ultra Megatron's, you keep your eyes on the road, buddy. We're doing okay. We're surviving, buddy. We are surviving, doing all right. I'm one of the 30 people who is completely satisfied with Evolution Leo Prime. Honestly, so am I. I put pupils on the line, but other than that, that's a brilliant, well done Leo Prime. Brilliant, well done Leo Prime. We need a Missing Link Soundwave. You might. I don't. I'm not at all interested in any of this Missing Link stuff. But that's just me. Hey, Maximal 10. Cliff looks better than B. He was always superior in G1. I mean, that's a personal taste thing, right? I'll wait for the deluxe hashtag that's hopefully coming. I mean, you can. It's more expensive, and I don't even know if it'll be as good because, honestly, I think the Warrior Thrash is better than the Deluxe Thrash, but that's just me. I really enjoyed Deluxe Nightshade. So clean and just nice. Absolutely. Nightshade is brilliant. They did Nightshade very well. A Tacticon Starscream is fitting. Who wouldn't want to give him a prostate exam? Fair enough. Reminds me of Universe 2 Cup. I could see that. The alt mode, you mean? I could see that for sure. Why was Skywarp blue? I don't know. I don't know why Skywarp was blue. That's one of those weird things. We know what Skywarp's supposed to be. I hate when they do that. Takara EarthSpark Prowl looks good. Yes, now we talked about that last week too. But again, you know, Takara EarthSpark Prowl looks good. But it's really just the Cyberverse Prowl, right? Let's be realistic here. It's just another one of those Cyberverse releases. Machine Wars originally, but then used in RID and Beast Wars 2000 or Beast Wars 2. Yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Razor Bear. I honestly feel complete with getting a what? Feel complete with getting a official Glithor because that design looks amazing, and we came close with Flame Toys. Maybe we came close with Flame Toys, but I don't know if I don't know about a Glithor. I'd have to see it. He's real bulky. I'd have to see how the bulk affects his articulation. I feel like a Glithor would be more display than anything else. If your audio is lagging, move the bar a little back and move it back forward again. It fixed for me. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay, whatever happens. If you know how to fix the audio, then I don't know, do it, I guess. I don't know if the audio is fine or not. I have no idea. I do hate that when the audio doesn't match the person's mouth. It gets right on my nerves. What's my take on Tigerhawk? I don't have a take on it. I saw one and I was like, oh, I wonder. I went back an hour later, it was gone. Have never seen it since. I've never watched a review on it. I have no opinion on Tigerhawk. I can't speak to it because except for the one, and apparently there was like 6 that went to a comic shop that I missed as well. But that's it. Haven't seen him since, and I've never seen a review. I can't speak to it. Sorry. Maybe it auto fixes. I don't know. Okay, let's go to here next. Because why not? Ain't this a weird thing? So this is by I think it is. Hold on. Dreamstar Toys. Sorry, Dreamstar Toys. They have very style, very weird Superion where, you know, the arms are known to break off very easily. And now they're trying their hand again with a Devastator. This is very gray. And it's more Prowlastator than a Devastator. It's really cool. I mean, I think the individuals here are wildly stylized. I would never recognize any of them except for Prowl. I would recognize because his door wings, super detailed, really, really cool look for, but and a couple of them aren't, you know, done there yet. And he's going to be the same size as that Superion. If you like that size, I don't know. It's impressive, but I've heard a lot of problems with the Superion. And I don't know if that's everyone. I've just heard a lot of arm break issues. They would have to fix anything like this. If you have another combiner and it has break issues, you might as well just fold as a company because people are going to say, why am I buying your junk? You can't do anything well. I'm not wasting money. You know, I'm not throwing good money on bad. So this is going to be a big test for Dream Toy. Let's see if they live up to it or not. And we'll go here next. Yeah. So we're getting some images of the comic universe, Grimlock. And, you know, not for nothing, but I think it looks really good. He comes with you can see here, a bunch of swords on him. I don't think he comes with all of them. Maybe he does. Maybe he comes with swords for everybody. I don't know. Of course, you see the blue. You can see him here next to the Studio Series 86. And honestly, I personally like the Studio Series 86, but I like the look of the torso and the chest of the comic one better. I'd like to have the 86 with the comic chest. That would be ideal, at least for me. Wouldn't work for everyone. I get that. The blue really throws me off personally. But I was never a comic guy for Transformers, really, you know? And how about here next? And this was last week as well. With Unique Toys. Back, they're doing an NPM scale of Stinger. Now, their version of Lockdown Peru Kill, I mean, is wide regarded as fantastic. their Optimus Prime, widely regarded as amazing. I would expect the same. Look at that detail. We don't have any on it yet, but come on. It looks like it jumped off of the movie, both in robot and vehicle. I'm not an MP guy or an NPM guy, but I gotta appreciate beauty here. And I like Unique Toys as a company. I like their products. My Predaking is Unique Toys, even though a lot of people don't particularly like that. But I do. I love it. This is splendid. This is really, really splendid. I think lightning in a bottle here with how good it is. Let's check in with you guys. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of going through stuff quickly here, guys. But like I said, I'm just trying to very much stay on track and cover kind of 2 weeks worth of news here, right? Let's just see. Let's see. Take on Tigerhawk. Okay, what did you say? He seems to be shipping, reshipping with Sandstorm. Only reason I was able to get one. And again, I have Sandstorm. I've uploaded the review, but that was only a pre-order that came in. I haven't seen any Sandstorm. I haven't seen any. It's very strange. I'm noticing that there's less and less Transformers product. A lot less Transformers product. I've seen the Wave 1 Deluxes at GameStops. And that's it. That's the only spot I've seen the Wave 1 Deluxes. I've seen the core at like Walmart, maybe Toys R Us, and GameStop. I haven't seen any Voyagers. I haven't seen any Leaders. I haven't seen any Commanders. I haven't seen anything really for United. In fact, we haven't quite finished Evolution, to be perfectly honest with you. Like that is just getting near the end now. Very, very, very behind here, except for pre-orders. And I'm trying to get out of pre-ordering stuff, so very behind here. I heard the IDW comics, some of the Constructicons died and Prowl, yeah, defected. Yeah, I mean, again, it's IDW, so ew, gross. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you like it, I apologize, but like, I'm sorry. It's so poor. Everything about it is so poorly done. Every treatment of every character, except for their own unique, brand new characters like Tarn, every storyline they take and they flush it down the toilet with bad writing and or bad editing. And you know what? I addressed that. And I talk about that when I did my review of the Skybound universe. And I think Skybound is doing an infinitely better job. Again, I still don't think Transformers and comics is my thing, but you can even miss issues of this and pick it right up. And the story is just fine. It's easy to follow because it's well done. Looks very blocky. I agree. Looks very blocky. Almost a Studio Ox look to it. I saw a video for the Ox Studio version of Hotspot. Dude is almost $1,000 and doesn't look like he has ankles. Whoa, that's brutal. Oh, $1,000 and no ankles. What? That's insane. Scrapper died. There you go. Tony just said it. Barely saw Evo Dreadwing the other. What? And I barely saw Evo Dreadwing the other day. In person, I've seen TFA Bumblebee, Gamerverse. Yeah, I've seen some of the Gamerverse stuff. I'm not really into that, though. Only heard about the comic stuff. That's fair. The IDW Prowl joined, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know that. We know that. Okay, and I don't mean to say blah, 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 but like I said, I'm just trying to stay on track here. Okay, let's see here, because we are getting through it. We're getting there. We're getting there. And now we have this. I'm not going to make these bigger. This is Magic Square's version of Sludge. He comes with a sword. He comes with a blaster. He even comes with pop-out eyes when he's in Dino mode. And I love this. This is like a you know what? I will make him big. This is like Legend Scale Studio Series 86, right? So clean. Even the way, look at how the head lapses on the back. So clean. So nice. So well articulated. That's wildly well articulated. Do they actually show the eyes out? Oh, they're Devastator, but they came out years ago now. No, I don't think they do show the popping eyes. But where is it? Not for, here we go, not for nothing. But here's Grimlock as well. Again, I'm like, man, Studio Series 86 Grimlock. Except this one comes with his sword. This one comes with his crown, even though the comic universe one does come with the crown if you want that. So clean. I don't know what that is. And a fish? I guess it's a fish. Somebody's going to say, yeah, fish from that one episode. I don't see his blaster. Oh, there's his blaster. I was going to say, surely he has his blaster. Again, like Sludge, so well articulated. If you're a class scale collector, this might be the Dinobot to get from where it looks on the back here and the D. It's so good. I mean, Magic Square knocking it out of the Legends class ballpark, if you ask me. Let's check in with you guys a little bit here. Not only did IDW kill Scrapper, they had Spike kill him. What? Okay, a human kill the most vicious of the Constructicons. Many fans were like, really, Spike? I've seen a third-party upgrade kit with Sludge's Looney cartoon eyes. Yeah, I mean, there's a number of those out there. I got one. Honestly, for my Studio Series 86 Sludge, I got the googly eyes. I don't remember who it was that sent it to me now. I think it was our buddy Joe. Who sent that. I think Sludge is the cliff jumper of the Dinobots. I mean, you're not going to get an argument from me. My favorite Dinobot is Sludge. My favorite dinosaur is Brontosaurus. So Spike shot Scrapper in the head with his own blaster. Oh, my goodness. Okay. There you go. Fish from Grimlock's new brain. There you go. I knew somebody would know it. As long as it doesn't come with an apron and a Daniel. Why not the apron, man? The apron's cool. Why not the apron? The bar keeps getting raised on new figures. I'd love to see it. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, keep the competition high, right? That's the way I look at it. How about this one next? Yeah, so this is images of the Mayhem attack squadron that's due in August, I believe. And I mean, again, nothing kind of new here. That's our very I'm going to say bulkhead looking breakdown, even though I don't think this looks like bulkhead. I don't even know. Maybe it works better. I don't know if it works better for breakdown. I don't know. I got the original breakdown. I don't hate this. Great mold. Excellent mold. This is definitely breakdown blue, and that's definitely breakdown's head. And I do like that he got his hammer there in his hand for sure. You know, very, very neat. He still has the same accessory that came with Bulkhead as well. I mean, him and Bulkhead would definitely look great together, right? Then, of course, we have the two Target Masters. I can't remember their names. And Windsweeper. I mean, I like Needle Nose, so why wouldn't I like Windsweeper? But something got to be done about those craptacular Target Masters. They're such garbage. But Windsweeper looks great. He looks really cool. So they look great together. And while we are at it, I might as well show this too. Yeah, so like if you come here, I mean, there's Chop Shop in all of his deluxe glory. If you have the Legends one, you have an idea of what Chop Shop is going to look like anyway. Obviously, these are slight remolds. They're definite reuses of the deluxe Insecticons. If you like them, then cool. If you didn't like them, then you are probably not going to like the deluxe Insecticons. We do have coming up in what comes after United that we've been calling Generations Prime. We do have Venom coming there as a deluxe as well. So we'll get all four of the deluxe Insecticons. I love that. I really, really love that. Plus, not for nothing, we get Solus Prime's little assistant here. I can't remember the hammer's name now, but it's a reuse, a Smashdown. I just hope that when they do Solus Prime, that they still give her the Forge and don't call this the Forge, because this is not the Forge. It is not the Forge of Solus Prime. Obviously, this is a reuse of Shrapnel. Looks really great. And this is a reuse of Bombshell. And naturally, a couple of newly molded parts, especially there at the front and probably some of the legs. I mean, yeah, great looking deluxe Insecticons. And of course, there they are with the one from the 4-pack as well, who I also have Ransack, I think it is. And there's the little Battle Master again. So cool. There you go. That is that. And let's check in with you guys again for a moment. See what you're saying here. Let's see. If I had 86 Grimlock, I'm going to make him an apron and a tie. You can, if you want. I would also make Grimlock as an insurance agent. Okay, well, whatever works for you. Still massively disappointed in Breakdown. Yeah, I get it. I think I would accept. Here's the funny thing. I accept it more for Breakdown than I do Bulkhead, and I don't know why, because it's not really true to either of them. But yeah, I get it. I understand why you'd be disappointed in it. I really want those deluxe Insecticons. They're what? They're sleight of hand made. That Creatures Collide pack price shot up for ransom. You know what? Honestly, I got that 4-pack because I wanted the gold bug, but I was like, I'm not going to argue with a ransack because I love the kickback mold a whole bunch. I thought that was a solid 4-pack, honestly, and I'm not usually a multi-pack guy. Hoping I can find a Windsweeper cheap. Don't really want to buy the 2-pack for them. I think that's going to be a challenge because I think a lot of people are going to want the Windsweeper and sell off the Bulkhead personally, but good luck. Chop Shop, Curse, autocorrect. Definitely need to find a ransack. What? Oh, it's the auto connector's fault. Okay. We only got a couple more left here. Let's do this. Why not? So, YoloPark. YoloPark. There you go. Doing Ape Link. And cool. This is going to be a model kit. Apparently, this is an AMC Pro. And it has the most parts that any of these kits have had. It will retail, I think, for $60 US, if I'm not mistaken. Looks great. Obviously, does transform. Weird looking head. Not what I expected Ape's head to look like, but okay, sure. Why not? It's still kind of Prime-esque. I don't think I expect him to have like fur hair on the top of his head. I find that a little weird and jarring. I like the blades on it. They look really cool. I mean, it's like a maximal leader. It is what a lot like Optimus Primal, as he should. It is what if you're into the YoloPark stuff, if you're into the putting together these model kits and stuff, then I mean, cool, get it. He seems pretty reasonable price from what I can gather. I mean, make of that what you will. And in terms of screens that I have open here, hold on. This is the last of the screens that and I'll just last very quickly. This is Old Studio doing Devastator. Their cell is amazing. It was retooled to be Primus, which I'd love to have, but the price really shot up on that. And I'm just not in a position right now to do it. And now they're trying a Devastator. I don't know how it will be, but I have hope because Studio does a lot of magic. It's really impressive. These are very early shots yet. I like what I'm seeing. It seems hefty, you know, it seems bulky, but we only got 4 to 6 yet. So I'll tell how that works out. Now, I appreciate you hitting the like button, buddy. Looks promising. I agree. It looks promising. Let's just see what I missed here, and then we'll do the trivia, and then we'll do the unboxing and get out of here. We talked about Missing Link. We talked about the MP. Oh, I mentioned last week a Commander 3-pack of Decepticons, and a couple of people said, oh, no, what is that? It is not the Takara one. This set will have a Voyager Soundwave, a Voyager... I assume it'll be the War for Cybertron. No, not War for Cybertron. Well, yeah, War for Cybertron. Netflix Soundwave. A Voyager Starscream and a Voyager Shockwave. So all of the lieutenants of Megatron, I assume they're going to be the War for Cybertron, you know, Siege... Earthrise molds, I'm guessing. The product number for that, if you want to note it, is F9913. And there's a Generation Selects Revenge of the Fallen 15th anniversary pack that's going to be done. It might be a game, an Amazon exclusive like the last pack was. This will be a 4-pack. It'll have Optimus and Jetfire, Studio Series Optimus and Jetfire. Obviously, the Optimus where Jetfire can combine to him. And 2 more, I think, deluxes that have not been named yet. That has a product code of G0294. We saw the behind-the-scenes thing with Vector Prime. He has a lot of metallic paint on him. notably the red and kind of the tealy color. So he's a lot more premium of a deco than I thought he was going to be. The Page Punchers Transformer stuff from McFarlane Toys is out in the US. The Agora modeled Optimus Prime is 11 kilos, 31 inches tall with a ton of detail. I don't know the price. 71 centimeters, by the way, if you use metric. We saw 3 or 4 images that were behind the scenes of the core Clash Transformers. If you want to go back and look at that, I found those images on TFW. TF Nation is going to be welcoming this year Simon Furman, as well as Andrew Wildman and James Paul Bove. I don't know how to say his name. They're all a bunch of comics guys, of course. Furman, considered a legend by many. We've seen plenty of pictures by now. I'm sure you know, Hot Wheels Brothers, I'm sure you know that there is the Bumblebee and the Optimus Prime. Apparently the Optimus Prime retails for $7.99 US and pre-orders are open. I don't know why anyone would pre-order a dinky. Surely this is going to be on the shelf, right? Right? I don't know, $8? I don't know, man. It seems steep to me, but what do I know? We saw some swoop in-hand pics with the rest of the Dinobots. He's the same height. Might be a little thinner, not quite as bulky, but he's the same height as the other ones. He will fit right in just fine. We saw the Transformers 1 gimmick stuff. The big takeaway there, which I showed last week, is Sentinel Prime. His coloration, very G1 Sentinel Prime, or the bot that they've retconned to be G1 Sentinel Prime, with blues and oranges, and he turns into a plane. I'm okay with that, even though I think the G1 turned into a truck of some sort, a Cybertronian truck of some sort, but I'm okay with it. EarthSpark, we talked about the Tacticon, we talked about Spitfire, and we talked about Hashtag, but in the UK, there is an EarthSpark scooter that's been released. If you're into scooters, then, I don't know, neat. Last week, we talked about the Star Raiders a little bit. We saw some pictures of them again. Nothing new. I love Filch. I love Cannonball. I'm okay with Farak, which is the Cyclonus, because it's a beautiful mold. The Lockdown's okay. I get what they're going for. I don't know if I necessarily need it, but time will tell. Let's see. We saw the Cybertron hotshot behind the scenes, and they showed the Cyber Planet keys. Mark showed the Cyber Planet key that comes with him, the one that comes with Starscream, so that's 2 Cyber Planet keys. I guess the hotshot looks good. I mean, I think that he looks like he jumped off the screen, and I think they used the character model for the design and stuff here. I think it was an absolute success. If you're a Unicron Trilogy fan, you got to support it. You got to support that hotshot, right? I know you might say, oh, I already got the Legacy one, the yellow car lad. I even got the one that came with Jolt, and he's red. Well, if you're a Unicron Trilogy fan, you know how it goes, man. You got to support it as much or more than G1 fans. TFCon Toronto. Well, welcome Ian James Corlett. If you don't know who that is, he was Cheetor in Beast Wars way back when. Oh, I didn't bring up a picture of this, but I meant to. Tian Yi is doing NPM Revenge of the Fallen Sideways. Now, this project isn't very far along, but an NPM version of Sideways. Very interesting project. Let's see how this new company does. Symbiote Studios are doing more plushes. We've seen their plushes 100 times. Now they're adding Hot Rod, Ultra Magnus, who's really cute, by the way, and Rumble and Frenzy to the mix. Rumble and Frenzy look exactly the same with different colors. We got all of that done. Got all that done. And we might be done. I think we're done. I think we're done with the news. Let me check in with you guys, and then we're going to do... I'm going to give you the first trivia question now. So last week, I asked, and a lot of people missed this, of course, because we all know how last week was went a little cattywampus on us. Last week, I asked the question, who was the first female Transformer to appear in any fiction? And the answer, of course, is Chromia. Well, trivia last week. First female to appear in fiction was Chromia. But who was the first female Transformers toy? Was it A, Natron? Was it B, RC? Was it C, Freezon? Or was it D, Black Arachnia? Was it Natron, RC, Freezon, or Black Arachnia? Who was the very first female Transformers toy. I'm going to check in with you guys while you guys think about that. Actually got Legacy Knockout as a birthday gift. You know what? Knockout's pretty great. I like that. I thought that the mold worked really well for Knockout. Better than Jazz, honestly. I'm holding out for the Legacy Prime. 86 Devastator proves to be good. I don't need to know 86 Devastator. I don't even know why they're doing it. They've done and re-released the Combiner Wars one. I don't know. Good on you if you need a Devastator, I guess, buddy. I like Legacy Knockout too. Yeah, he's pretty great. Let's see. So we go down here a bit. You guys are talking about Lockout. Yeah. Knockout a little bit. D, Friezon, A, D. Oh, it's all over the place. Honestly, Darren got it. Friezon. If you're like, who's Friezon? So Friezon and Natron are the two little race cars that came with the Tyco race car set, the electric Tyco race car set, and you could transform them and they would like stand up and be a little robot, but still race them as robots or race them as cars. I had that set. I loved that set. I also had the Transformers train. Loved that as well. And I had the cardboard base, which I adored. I wish I had it. We had a leak in our basement and that got ruined with the leak in our basement. I was so sad when I was a kid. But yeah, Friezon. But we're not done yet. Pay attention, guys. Pay attention. So that's fine. But who was the first Autobot, female Autobot to get a toy? Because Friezon is a Decepticon. Friezon is the first Transformer to get a toy, but she's our first female Transformer to get a toy, but she is a Decepticon. Who is the first? I'm not even giving you choices. Who is the first Autobot female toy? Any guesses? Any guesses? No choices. No choices. Anybody have a guess? What? Has anyone? What? But, oh man. But the DJD01, I don't know what that is. I'm going to say no. Eraser? Good guess. Minerva. You got it, buddy. It is Minerva. Yeah, Minerva was the first female Autobot toy. The first female Transformer toy was Friezon. And the first one to be in any fiction whatsoever was Chromia. Who knew? Okay, let's get to the unboxing. Very simple, and then we can get out of here. So, first things first. Oh, I wanted to mention this too. So, I had finally one of these break on my Shattered Glass Megatron. A lot of people have had one of these wings break on theirs as well because it's the translucent plastic. Now, it broke because it fell off the shelf. It didn't break because it was mishandled. It fell off the shelf and that caused it to break. And the peg was stuck in here, but I took it out and I have it fixed. I've never done this fix before, but now I have a little screw in here. And I'm going to tell you now, I had a spare G.I. Joe screw, the ones that go in like their back to hold their body together. I had a spare one of those and it fits in this hole perfectly. I may put a screw, I haven't done it yet, but I may put one in this hole because here's the thing. This peg and the opening back here is all hollow. It's all open. I might take another one of those screws and put it in here because this is now stronger than it was before and stronger than this one. Go figure. But that's not the unboxing. You saw in the thumbnail. Bless you. Excuse you? I think it was a cough. You saw in the thumbnail I was holding this box. It, of course, is Gears. I showed Gears last week. Gears, who's going to be tomorrow's review. Now, I don't actually have next week's reviews planned yet. By the way, Tuesday I put up the latest. Actually, I put all of them back up because they were among the block that went down. But there's now a grand total, including the crossover with Lazy Eyebrow. There's now a grand total of 4 episodes of Creator and the Corporate Man. I don't know if you guys have been enjoying them or checking them out, but check it out. The last one was about windowless packaging. Go green. It was a hoot. They're fairly short. I don't think any of them have been any longer than maybe 7 or 8 minutes. The last one that went up was like 3 minutes. It's just for fun. But this guy's going to be tomorrow's review. He will go up tomorrow. Be warned. Not only will he go up, we may, over the course of this weekend, you may see a bunch of countdowns also go up. And again, it's because they're the last ones that got to go up. So he will be the review tomorrow. And man, boy, oh boy, is he splendid. But you know what I detested about this guy? I absolutely detested the vehicle mode storage of his blaster on the top. So that's not where I put it. I put it somewhere else where it's nice and neatly tucked out of the way. You'll see that tomorrow. Now for this week's unboxing. It's only one thing, but I am so excited. Now, this is on loan to me by a good friend of the channel, Eric. And I'll explain why I'm so excited about this in just a second. But it is, it is the anime accurate reissue from a couple of years ago of Big Convoy. And anybody who has been around the channel a long time knows that I have all 13 of the original primes. They know that I have, when we go down through the lineage of Autobot leaders, I have Nova, for that matter, Sentinel. I'd love to have a Guardian Prime. There's a couple of primes that they haven't actually released yet, but like I have Nova, I have Sentinel, Optimus, Rodimus, right down through Metalhawk and Fort Max and Star Saber and Die Atlas, right down to Optimus, or even Super Optimus, not Super Optimus, Star Convoy, sorry. Then we go ahead millions of years to Beast Wars with Optimus Primal and Lio Convoy with Beast Wars 2. The entire, say, G1 era, which not for nothing does include Beast Wars. Sorry, it just does. But the entire G1 era, right from the very beginning of the Legacy of the Primes, the Dynasty of the Primes, the original 13, right down through Beast Wars, the only Autobot Maximal leader I don't own and have never, ever handled before is this guy. And I've heard that he's a beast. I've heard like, oh, his elephant stuff or his mammoth stuff gets in the way. And man, looking at the kibble on him, I was like, I think that this guy's going to be a disaster. He's really not. He's spectacular. And when I do the review of this guy, hopefully next week, you will see why. In fact, I plan to actually do, like this here on his back. I plan to do, I hope to do the transformation, I'm thinking the harder way, which is this guy going back to mammoth mode. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet. Here's the thing. I got to see how he came in package. But knowing Takara, he probably came in his mammoth mode. So we'll have to see. If he came in robot mode, I'll do it from robot mode. If he came in mammoth mode, well, then I got to do it from mammoth mode. But honestly, I thought it was going to be a lot more panel sticking together and stuff, and it's really not. It's actually fairly easy. Fairly easy. So yeah, Big Convoy. Whew, and we got through it. We got through it this week. I love each and every one of you, whether we agree or disagree, whether we always like each other or not. I appreciate each and every one of you coming here, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring. Or, of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you're at it, hit the subscribe button. Stick around. Have some fun with us here on the channel. Why not, man? But most importantly, don't forget, not for a second, not for a moment, regardless of what's going on in your life, you do make a difference each and every single day. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams right here on Thursday nights, at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way, inside the videos. By the way, next time we get together, I'm going to be a whole year older. See you next week.